guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a new video for you and I'm going to be showing you all of my empties that I've got stacked in my drawer waiting to make a video. So it's probably been about 2 months now. All my products that I've finished I've been keeping, and then I thought today would be the day I would go through all those empties, review them, tell you if I liked them, if I hated them, if I'd buy them again, etc. And then what I thought I'd do is every month when I do my favourites video, I'll include some empties and some sample sachets and then give you a review of them as well and try and combine it into one video. But today it's just going to be an empties video because I have like a ton, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with skincare and then we'll go on to makeup. So the first skincare product I will talk about is my Alpha H Balancing Cleanser. So Alpha H is an Australian skincare brand and they are like a pharmaceutical brand, so they're really good for problematic skin. They're very kind of results driven. This was a huge 500ml cleanser that I bought, the Balancing Cleanser with aloe vera, which is a gentle creamy lotion, removes all traces of face and eye makeup while balancing the skin, non-greasy, 3-in-1 action, cleanses without drying or irritating, has vitamin E and aloe vera to provide ongoing hydration throughout the day. So I was using this, I would always cleanse my face with oil first to remove my makeup, and then I would go in the shower and I would use this to cleanse my skin, and I did absolutely love it. So this 500ml bottle probably lasted me, I want to say about 4 months, maybe, and I used it every single night. So I think it was really good. I really liked it. I've got a few other cleansers like in my cupboard that I want to get through first, but I would definitely use this again. I feel like it was really hydrating. It was really effective at removing any residue makeup. I would never use a cream cleanser on its own to remove all my makeup. I always use an oil first because oils are so effective, but this was really good at taking off the residue, like deep cleaning my pores, and I did really feel like it hydrated my skin. Like I really loved it, so I would definitely buy this again. Okay, next product is another cleanser and it's the Clarins Total Cleansing Oil. As you can see, it's totally empty. I used this to the bone. This is 150ml and it's basically a cleansing oil. So this was 38 Australian dollars for 150ml, which is pretty good, but I have replaced this with another cleanser. I've replaced it with the Shuamura cleansing oil, just because that one you can get it in, I think it's 450ml. It's like almost half a litre, and that one's like $100. So it works out a little bit cheaper, and the Shuamura oils are like amazing. This is a great cleanser. Like I did really like it. If anything, I found it was quite thick. It was quite a thick oil texture compared to the Shuamura one. The Shuamura one is like seriously liquidy and very soft, and it comes in all different skin types, so you can get all different types of oil depending on your skin, whereas this just comes in one basic oil. I did really like it. As you can see, I've used it. It was very effective at taking my makeup off. Whether I would buy it again, maybe not. It's just price wise, I can get one that's just as good, if not better, for a little bit cheaper. But again, it was a really good oil, so if you're a Clarins fan, I definitely recommend using the cleansing oil to remove your makeup. Next, we'll talk about some eye makeup removers. So I have 3 empties because I go through this like friggin' crazy. I've got my Giorgio Armani eye makeup remover, my Clarins Gentle eye makeup remover, and my Bobbi Brown Instant eye makeup remover. So the Bobbi Brown and the Armani one were both oil based, so oil water, so very good at taking off eye makeup. The Clarins Gentle one wasn't quite as effective. I would tend to pick this one up and use it day to day if I was just wearing like a little bit of mascara or like a soft eye makeup look, but these are the ones I go to if I'm wearing like a full heavy like smoky eye wing kind of eye makeup look. But I use these every day. Eye makeup removers are like my lifesaver. I always use them. I always use them to take my eye makeup off first on a cotton pad before I do anything else, and as you can see, I go through them like crazy. I always tend to prefer the oil ones. This one I think I got it free in a gift, but I did use it. It definitely did the job. I tried to use it on heavy eye makeup remover and it didn't really work. It's more for gentle, but these two, I feel like eye makeup removers, especially the oil water ones, are all pretty much as good as each other. I'm not really fussed on brands when it comes to the oil based ones. It's just the ones that I seem to have in my cupboard. Next product I'll talk about is my Ultraceuticals Ultra A Skin Perfecting Serum. So this is totally empty. I absolutely loved this serum. So basically, oh, there's like a tiny bit coming at the end. So basically, I used this. I wouldn't say I used it every single night because it is a retinol based serum, so it's quite strong. So I probably used it every second, every third night, depending on my skin. And I absolutely love this serum, which is why I just bought a new one. So the first one I got was the Ultra A Mild, which is like the most gentle out of all of their Ultra A products. So Ultraceuticals, like Alpha H, is an Australian pharmaceutical skincare brand. Really like results driven, amazing cosmetic brand. Again, it's not too expensive. Like I think this serum was about $100 and I got the mild one, like I said. Now when I first started using it, I did kind of get like my skin was quite sensitive. It's because it's retinol, it does do that. I got a little bit of surface dryness, but more than I used it, I didn't get any kind of like side effects anymore. It was just really good for, I hardly got any breakouts anymore. All my lines and like dehydration and stuff was all kind of plumped. My skin was in incredible condition using this. So when I went and bought my new one, which I actually bought yesterday, I went up to the Ultra A normal. So I went from mild up to normal. So I think this is like 1% retinol or something, and then this is 3%. And then they have a concentrated version, which is 5%. So the consultant told me to go up to the next level. So again, I'll go back to using this like 3 times a week, and then I can build it up to hopefully every night if my skin doesn't get too sensitive. So love this product. Really good for the first signs of aging. Good for blemishes, good for pigmentation, good for dehydration. It's just an amazing nighttime serum. And then sticking with the Ultraceuticals brand, the next product that I totally finished was my Ultraceuticals Ultra Moisture Cream. Now I use this every single morning underneath my makeup. It's a 75ml tube, so it lasted me probably about 4 months. And I used it every single morning underneath my makeup and I absolutely loved it. It kept my skin so hydrated, but it didn't ruin my makeup at all. Like it wasn't oily, it wasn't like surface residue. It didn't affect my makeup. My makeup stayed on beautifully with it, which is why I like got every inch out of this tube, and also why I rebought it. Okay, skincare wise, and now a body product. So I actually have the same product in 2 bottles, and it is the, oh, it's so hard to read. It is the Clarins Extra Firming Body Lotion. Now Clarins are renowned for their gift with purchases, so I did get these in gift with purchases. I never actually bought them. I used them like on my top of my thighs, on my tummy, on my hips, on my little, and it's the extra firming body cream, so really good at firming and tightening the skin. Now it's one of those products I feel like you need to use it for a while to see results. I don't really feel like my skin was that much tighter using it, but it was really hydrating and the texture was beautiful, smells really nice. I don't know what it smells like, some kind of like fruit or flower or something, but it smells really nice, felt really good on my skin. You kind of get like a slight tingling sensation with it, which I suppose is the tightening effect. Whether it made a difference to the tightness of my skin, I'm not sure, but I did really like it. I don't think I would actually personally buy it. I think it's quite expensive, and I don't really know if I saw a difference, or maybe my skin's already pretty tight, so that's why I didn't really see a huge difference. But I did really enjoy using it. I think if it comes with gift with purchases and stuff, I will definitely use it again. But whether I would buy it again, I don't think I would. I think for me, all I really need is moisture. As long as you keep your skin nice and hydrated, it tends to stay quite tight and in good condition. Whether I would use it later on in life when I need it, maybe I would. But generally, just a really, really nice moisturiser. And then the other skincare products I've just got some sample sachets that I've used. So the first one is the Dr. Brandt Glow Revitalizing Retinol Eye Cream. So this is like a vitamin A eye cream, a bit like the serum I'm using, but for eyes. So the only thing with these is it's really hard to get any kind of results. So what I tend to look for when I'm using a sachet is whether like my skin feels really good, or if I notice like an immediate difference, or if it just feels really nice. This, I noticed nothing. Like it didn't really feel nice. I don't really think it did anything. So I don't think I would buy that again. With eye creams, I'm very judgmental. Like for me, it's really, really hard to find a really good eye cream. I don't know, I just feel like with eye creams, none of them really do anything. So I just more go for like plumpness and hydration and just make my eyes feel really soothed and softened. That's what I tend to go for. That didn't do any of that, so I wasn't really gonna jump out and go and buy that. The next one is the Bobbi Brown Hydrating Eye Cream. Now, I absolutely loved this eye cream. Hang on. I actually loved this eye cream so much that I went out and bought it. Like this, I literally scraped every inch of product out of this sachet that I possibly could. Like, I was like rolling it and squeezing it and getting every drop I could out of it. I loved it so, so much. It's so hydrating and plumping and soothing and cooling and so nice on the eye area. So I went and bought it like a couple of weeks ago and I've been using it morning and night and I absolutely love it. It's such a beautiful eye cream. I'm the kind of person, if I love a product from a sachet, I will buy it. And this proves it. Amazing. Next sample I tried was the Josie Maran 100% pure argan oil. So I tried the Josie Maran Argan Milk sachet before and I loved it and I went and bought it. And then when I got a sample of this, I thought I would really love this as well, and I can't actually say that I did. I think I like the milk better than the oil, which so makes me happy because I'm glad that I went out and actually bought the milk. So the oil, I don't know, I don't really feel like it did all that much. The milk, when I put the milk on at night time, like I probably use it once a week like a treatment, the next morning my skin feels and looks amazing. Like, it totally makes my skin so hydrated and so softened and soothed and amazing. This, when I used that overnight, I didn't really get the same effect. I think it probably helped with hydration and stuff a little bit, but the milk was just so much more intense and really creamy and just amazing. If you're more probably normal combination, you might like that a little bit better. But if you like me, more dry, dehydrated, the milk is so much better. Next sample that I tried was the Kate Somerville Sensitive Skin Daily Moisturiser. Now, there's definitely like product left in here. This just did absolutely nothing for my skin. It's just such a lightweight moisturiser. I reckon this would be really nice for like an oily combination skin or like a really sensitive young skin, but for me, I put it on, it almost felt like, it almost made my skin feel a little bit sensitive. It was quite like, I don't know, how do I describe it? Like, it was quite like tight and like tingly almost. I didn't get any hydration from it. It just was not enough for my skin at all. Used it once, I think I slept in it overnight, woke up the next morning and my skin just felt really dry and yuck, and I had to put on like an extra hydrating moisturiser to make up for this. So definitely not a product for me. Okay, so that's all the skincare done. So now let's go on to the makeup. So first of all, primer wise, when I was trying new primers, I got samples of the Laura Mercier normal primer and the Laura Mercier hydrating primer. I used both of these sample pots, like I used every inch, and I was trying to figure out which primer that I actually liked better, and I definitely liked the hydrating primer just a little bit better. The normal primer was really good. I think it would be better for like a normal combination oily skin, but because my skin's dry, dehydrated, I feel like I need the extra hydration, and I really liked this, which is why I went out and bought it and then used a whole tube. If you watch my channel, you'll know I use this all the time. Again, like, I got every inch out of this tube, and I've gone out and bought another one. This is probably my favourite primer that I've ever come across. I absolutely love it. It's so hydrating. It makes my skin feel amazing. It makes my makeup stay in place. It's just a phenomenal primer. Laura Mercier are probably the most amazing primers on the market. If you're looking to try primers, if you're new to primers and you don't really know which one to try, go to Laura Mercier. They have a ton of different primers for different skin types. The normal primer is definitely a good one to start with, but the hydrating one just gave me that extra hydration and I absolutely love it. Now, the next primers are my Benefit Porefessionals. Again, I've got 2 empty tubes. This one was like a trial size that I first bought, and then I got this one like in a little sample box. I've gone through both of them, and then I bought the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer, which I wanted to try because I'd heard it was really good, but I actually really miss this. This is such an amazing primer for texture. I was always using it through the middle. Again, if you watch my channel, you know I always used it through the middle just to help with my texture issues. Then I went on to the Makeup Forever one, and I'm just not loving it as much as I love this. I'm going to use it because it does work, it does help with texture, but this one I noticed such a better difference with. This is an amazing texture primer. I think it's really good for oily skin, so if you're oily you can use it all over to help with oil control. But for me, it was more texture through the middle, and it was just amazing. Whenever I didn't use it, I could totally see the difference. So I would definitely hands down buy this again. As soon as I've finished my Makeup Forever one, I'm definitely going to go back to the Benefit one and go and buy a full-size tube because I love it. Okay, next product is my MAC Minerilise Skin Finish in medium. Totally empty, completely down to the pan. Used every single inch of this product. And I got another one, and I'm almost down to pan in that one, and I got another one, and it's brand new, hasn't been used. I absolutely love this powder. It is hands down my most favourite powder to use on the face. It's so soft and so gentle and light and natural. It doesn't dry my skin out. It doesn't make my lines and crepiness more obvious. It's just a really good frigging setting powder. I try other powders, I hate them. I always go back to my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. So if you're more normal to dry and you need a powder that doesn't make your skin look dry and disgusting, definitely give this one a try. It's incredible. I love it. Okay, next products is concealers. I have a Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, which is completely empty. I've used every drop out of this concealer. Again, if you watch my channel, you know I always use this on my under eyes. It's probably one of the only concealers that I can use on my under eyes that don't make me look 1,000 years old. It's really good for staying in place. I love the little sponge applicator. It's not the most hygienic thing in the world, but I'm only using it on myself. I only put it onto clean skin, so I don't really think it's an issue. I think it's amazing, which is why I've used the whole thing and I've rebought it, and I will keep rebuying it. Now, the only problem I have with this concealer is it's so hard to get hold of. Every time I go to the shop, they don't have any left. So every time I see one, I buy one. So I have one that I'm using, and I have one that hasn't been opened yet. If you see it in the shop, buy it, use it, you'll love it. If you see it in the shop, because it's so hard to get. The other concealer is my NARS Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. Again, this one has been used to the bone. There is nothing left in this at all. I've completely scraped the sides and it's completely empty. So I did used to totally love this concealer. Like, I loved it for highlighting through the centre of my face. And then I challenged it against the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. So I do have another 2 vanillas in my makeup drawer to be used. One is almost empty, one I've only used once. So I will definitely use it to finish them. And then I will go on to the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It's just, I did the review, I liked it better. I think I will always kind of keep one on hand for blemishes because it's really good for blemishes, but I did like the Maybelline Fit Me better for highlighting, which tends to be what I used it for. Last concealer is my Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclair highlighting concealer, whatever these do, and this is in the colour number 1. I bought this, I want to say like 5 years ago, and because it's got a brush on it and I touch it to my skin, I don't like the idea of having something like that for 5 years in my makeup drawer and continuing to use it. This one, I go through these like every 4 months, so it doesn't bother me as much with the applicator. But with this, because it's been in my makeup drawer for so long and I just still haven't gone through it and it's been 5 years, I'm gonna bin it. Did I like it? I did. I did like it, but obviously not enough to actually use it. The YSL Touche Eclair is a strange product. It's like, is it a highlighter? Is it a concealer? What does it do? For me, concealer-wise, it's very, very sheer. So if you're trying to conceal anything obvious, it's not going to cover it. Highlighter-wise, it's very, very subtle. So it's one of those products, I think if you're not wearing a lot of makeup, if you're very, very natural and you just want something to give the skin a little bit of dimension, a little bit of glow, it's quite a nice product. All you do is you put it onto the high points of the face, so you know the usual high points, blend it in, and it just gives like a subtle lift to the high parts of the face. It's not a big pigmented product. It's not going to do anything huge. I think I have other products in my collection that do the same thing a lot more effectively, which is why I haven't used it, and it's why I'm having to unfortunately put it in the bin. I won't buy it again just because what's the point? If I didn't use this one, I'm not going to use the next one. Next, we've got a ton of mascaras. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mascaras. So first of all, I've got my Giorgio Armani Ecstasy mascara. I love this mascara. If you're watching my current videos, you'll see I'm still using it, which means I bought a new one. It's a really, really good mascara. It's very, very black, so it's good for really adding drama to the lashes. It's not too thick, so it doesn't add too much volume. It's quite separating. I would say if you've not got a lot of lashes, you probably wouldn't really like it. It's not going to put too much drama onto your minimal lashes, but I have quite a lot of lashes and they're pretty long, so I don't like any extra drama. I just like enhancing what I've got, and that's what this one does. Like I said, it's really, really black, so it really darkens the lashes and gives drama without putting too much product on the lashes, which is why I like it. I think I will go through the other one that I've got. I also want to try some other mascaras. Like, I seem to always just use the same mascaras, so I'm going to try some others first. I probably will end up going back to this again because I'm on to my second one, which means I did like it. Next mascara is my Lancome Grand Noir mascara. If you watched my early videos, you'll saw that I used to use this before I went on to the Armani one. I loved this mascara. So when it first came out, I thought it was a little bit of a gimmick. Like, it's got like all these twists and stuff in the wand. And when you first use it, you kind of have to get used to the fact that it has a bend in the wand. But once you get used to that, it is a phenomenal mascara. So the wand is like full plastic. It's got those like little plastic bristles on it, which I think are so good for separation. Those really hard plastic bristles are really good for getting right in between those lashes and giving a ton of separation. This is probably my most favourite mascara for lower lashes. I think it does a really good job. It's just really easy to get into your lower lashes and kind of separate them and coat them without making a mess. Really good mascara. Again, I used the whole thing. Like I said, I like to change mascaras up, which is why I went onto the Armani one. But I would definitely use this again. A really, really good mascara. There's just so many mascaras on the market, which is why it's hard to use the same one all the time, because you don't want to be using the same mascara all the time. You want to try different ones. Now, the other 4 that I've got are little mini ones. So little ones that I've been given like samples, or I've been given in like subscription boxes. The first one is the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Mascara. This is a full-on mascara. Like, look at that brush. It is huge. I did like the mascara. I finished it. The only thing with this mascara is the brush is ginormous and the formula is quite thick, so it packs on a ton of drama to the lashes. Like I said, for me, because I already have quite long, full lashes, I feel like it can get quite clumpy quite quickly. If you've got not a lot of lashes or you like a lot of drama, it definitely packs on drama. It's a full-on mascara. So if you're looking for something that's going to give you a ton of volume and really make your lashes like so dramatic, definitely give it a try. I prefer the original Sumptuous. I used to use the original Sumptuous a few years back, and I do like it better. The brush is just a little bit smaller and the formula's not quite as thick, so it gives you dramatic lashes but without it being too crazy. This one's crazy. Like, this is a good evening mascara. I would use this for glamour mascara. The next one is the Mascara Terribly by Terry. This mascara, I didn't like it. It did nothing. This has actually still got quite a lot of product in it. Mascaras, I don't really like keeping onto them for too long. I like to just get through them because they're quite unhygienic. There's still a lot of product in here, but I just don't think it did anything. I think the by Terry is called the Growth Booster Mascara, so it's meant to help make your lashes grow. But I just didn't like it as a mascara. It's one of those mascaras, it's quite watery. It doesn't really do all that much for your lashes. There's just, my other mascaras that I'm using do a better job. So I used it a few times, didn't really like it, went back to the other mascaras, and now it's been sitting in my drawer for too long and I don't want to use it again because it's unhygienic. Next one is the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. Again, there's still some product in here. When I first got it, I really, really liked it, and I was about to put it in to one of my favorites videos and then buy it, but I started to notice a pattern and it was smudging onto my lower concealer. None of my other mascaras do that. It's very rare that I end up with dark underneath my eyes, but This one, it kept happening, and it took me a few days to realise that it was this mascara that was doing it. So because of that, because it tends to smudge down here, I just didn't go back to it. It did it a few times. I went onto another mascara, went back to it, and it kept doing it, so I haven't used it since. It is a good mascara. Like, I did really like the way it looked on my lashes. Like, it gave me drama and separation. It looked beautiful, but because it did that transfer thing, I couldn't use it. The other mascara I've got is my Sephora Outrageous Curl. Again, didn't really do anything for me. I hate this brush. What the hell is this brush? There is just nothing happening on this brush. It's got like the tiniest little, you can't even see them, it just looks like a stick. It's got the tiniest little bristles that just do nothing. It did nothing at all. I used it once, there's still so much product in here. It just did nothing. Like, the wand is just the most pointless wand I've ever seen. Now I've got a couple of brow products. So I've got my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. I just finished this today actually. I used it in my brows and it was the last time I could get any product out of this. This is hands down the best brow gel on the market. It is like hairspray for brow hair. It's like you put it on and it holds your brow hairs there all day. I've tried a few others, they just don't. They're just not the same as this. This is just incredible. I will hands down 100% be buying this brow gel again. It's phenomenal. Now the other product I've got is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and this was in the shade dark brown, completely empty. Anyway, if you've been watching my videos recently, you'll notice I've gone on to the Giorgio Armani High Precision Brow Pencil. It is almost exactly the same. Like, if anything, that's just a little bit skinnier, but the actual product is quite similar. So the Armani one's got like a weird little tooth comb, whereas the Anastasia one's got an actual like spoolie. I do prefer the spoolie better than the comb. The comb's like really friggin' weird. But the thing with the Armani one is the product colour is so much better. Like, I'm using it today and the colour is perfect. Like, it's the same colour as my hair. And every time I do my brows with the Armani one, I love the way it looks. This one, the colour, I don't know why. I just didn't like the way it looked, which is why I've gone on to the Armani one. Would I use this again? I don't know. I just think that I love the Armani one. Like, every time I do my brows, they're perfect and I don't even need to think about it. With this one, every time I did it, it was like a challenge to try and get them to look good and match, whereas this just perfect. So I think as long as the Armani ones I'm happy with, I probably will just keep using the Armani ones. They work better for me. Okay, last product is some setting sprays. I have the MAC Fix Plus and I have the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This one I love. This is probably my favourite setting spray on the market. Now, what this one does is it's more about hydration and glow. So you spray it onto the skin, it makes the skin look really glowy and hydrated, and it makes all the powders on the skin settle into the skin so you look less powdery and less makeup-y. It's really good for using with like powdered products, like you can spray it onto your makeup brush, use it for eyeshadow and make the eyeshadow really pigmented. It's just a really good product. I've got another two in my makeup cupboard. I've got one that I'm using and I have another one that I haven't even opened yet. I will definitely 100% keep continuing to buy this. I really love this. This is really good for that everyday glowy makeup look. Now the Urban Decay one, I didn't really like it. I felt like it was really tacky. Like, I sprayed it on and I got like a really tight feeling on the skin. It almost felt like hairspray and I didn't really like the effect that it had. Like, it definitely kept my makeup on. It definitely was effective in making the makeup stay, but it just gave me this really tight like feeling to the skin. So I've replaced it with the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, and I prefer the Makeup Forever one so much better. It does the same thing. It makes my makeup stay in place, but it doesn't give me that tight hairspray feeling. This one, I know it's renowned for that. Like, I got told before I bought it that it does make you feel like you're wearing fucking hairspray, but it just was too much for me. I couldn't deal with it. So the Makeup Forever one is just as good at keeping the makeup on, but it doesn't give you that tight feeling. So I definitely will continue to use the Makeup Forever one, and I don't think I'll buy in this one again. Okay, so that's everything. So I really hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions or comments or anything you want to say about the products, please leave them down below. I definitely love reading your comments, so leave any comments that you have for me. If you did like my video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I put videos out every Monday and Thursday, so if you want to keep watching my videos, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!